It was wonderful seeing a member of the Judiciary Committee, Representative Sheila Jackson Lee, with the statement that she made about the Supreme Court. I want you to listen to this, not only the Supreme Court, about all the courts, but specifically the Supreme Court. Listen to this, and then let's go ahead and take it on the other side, because I think this is very important.
Courts have not been a lifeline. In fact, they have pulled the rug from underneath justice, civil rights, and equality in many of the cases that have gone before the courts. I am grateful now that we have the opportunity to, in quotes, intermingle these nominees to be just as balanced as any other person could be on the court.
Well, thank you for making the case for why diversity matters in our judiciary. Before we run out of time, less than a minute left, I've got to ask, what do you make of growing chatter on op-ed pages here in Washington, D.C., that Justice Breyer should retire so that we don't get another RBG situation, so that Joe Biden will get a Supreme Court nomination and not the next, perhaps, Republican president? The last one appointed 3 in 4 years.
And as a member of the Judiciary Committee, in fact, one of our subcommittees just last week had a hearing on diversity. I'd make the argument that it is not my position to speak to the retirement of Supreme Court justices, but it is important to make the point that the court is long overdue for the appointment of a Black woman, which President Biden has indicated that he would be interested in doing. And so I'm going to be waiting patiently. And as well, I happen to be one of those that believes that the court would not be hurt by expanding the court. Let's see what will happen.
Well said, well said. Court expansion is a topic that needs to be discussed more. I'm glad you raised it. Thank you so much for your time tonight. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. I'm glad you heard me now.
Now, in a country as large as the United States, to have 9 men or 9 people, 3 women, first of all, it should be more women than men on the Supreme Court. But the fact that we only have 9 in a country this large, but worse, the fact that most of them were appointed by presidents who garnered less than the majority of the popular American vote means that we are not only undemocratic in the Senate, we're also undemocratic in the Supreme Court. And as we know, the Supreme Court holds a lot of power. The legislature and the executive can pass bills and pass laws. But if this particular Supreme Court comes out and says that law is unconstitutional, it means 9 people who were elected by the minority of the United States citizens are the ones who determine what is right and wrong in this country, what policies get executed or not. That's not a democracy. That isn't something we should ever be proud of. We need to not only, as Representative Sheila Jackson Lee said there, we must expand the court. Donald Trump and his peons and others, they packed the court. What progressives need to get done is to expand the court, make it a more expansive body that is more representative of the United States of America. We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead, number 1, subscribe to our channel, and number 2, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.